What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to For Life, our Raiders Roundtable. We have a very special guest with you tonight, and we are going to get to her very soon to discuss a very hot topic that has been on Instagram and Facebook and all over the Raider Nation for quite some time now. So thank you all for joining us. But before we get into that, here's our intro.
And it began in an autumn day, right here in the OAK, California, dreaming in the Golden State, Alameda County, right here by the bay.
Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. That's right. Representing super in the block, and Mr. Manuel Flacio is here. With our show with Nanny Titty from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas to Mexico City. You're the represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Raider Nation. Raider Nation. And I'm a spicy girl in the mother moon.
And it began on an autumn day, right here in the OAK, Alameda County, right here by the bay, California, dreaming in the Golden State. And you can find me in that east side, representing that east side. No matter what, we rep that shit.
What's good, Raider Nation? I'm here with Mother Moon. How you doing tonight, Mother Moon?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm doing so good. I can't wait for tonight's show and all the ladies. Welcome, everyone.
Yes, Raider Spice. How are you feeling tonight, my friend?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm really excited about our guests tonight and what they have to say. It feels good to be back. I missed you, ladies.
Welcome back.
And
We
let's
missed you
talk
too.
Raider
Welcome
football,
back.
You know, let's go.
Of course. Let's do it. Let's do it. My girl B, what's good?
What's good?
B from
He's like, what's good?
What's good?
So yeah, we have a very special guest tonight. Silly Sin, Mrs. Vegas Ralph, we'll call her if you don't know. Vegas Ralph was on our show last week, and of course, he was on our take, but we have his wife on the Raiderettes Roundtable tonight to discuss her side of what happened, you know, as a wife, as a mother, her point of view, because this is a women's show, and we heard from him, and it was great. And if you missed that, you can circle back and check that out. It was a great interview with him. And if you were, I don't know, Raider Nation, listen, if you were under a rock or something like that for the past, almost going on 2 weeks now, listen, I don't know where you've been, I don't know where you're going, but here's what happened.
I'm not doing nothing wrong. What's he doing wrong? 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 Nothing. He's doing nothing wrong. He's doing nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. He's doing absolutely nothing wrong. If you take him out, you guys are freaking ridiculous. Horrible. Are you shitting me? This is terrible. Terrible. You let people smoke pot here, but you're going to take him out because he has an opinion? That is terrible. Perfect. Right here. Right there. Right there. Whoa! Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. 100% nothing wrong. You're doing nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Go far. You're absolutely doing nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Well, I'm
Wow.
gonna let I'm gonna with a second here. I want to throw it to B and Spice because Mother Moon and I had a chance to speak on this last week. But I do just want to say one thing that I didn't notice before. Geez, I in the studio tells somebody if you don't back off, you're gonna go with them. It's
I
like
I
heard
heard
that.
that last time.
I'm
Hmm.
like, well, ask them to move out of the control the situation. You're like puffing your chest and throwing out threats. But anywho, ladies, Spice, if you want to start, what's your
Well,
thought
this
on
is
this?
what I say. Okay, so when you're entering the stadium, you're coming in with your stuff, your banners.
Right,
If they have something wrong with what you're getting ready to present, they should check you at the gate. Because this
right,
way, before you come in, I mean, hey, this is not, the right material. You can't have this banner. You spent a lot of money coming into that stadium, and you were let in with that banner. I don't
right.
like it. I don't like
I don't
it. I
like it
don't.
either. We shouldn't like it. And I just want to say, I forgot to say this. Our drinking game alert is we deserve better. We don't like it, and we deserve better. So every
We
time we
deserve
say that,
better.
make sure you drink, Coke, or twerk. Also, remember, light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, and become a member. Share this video if you haven't already. But I don't think anybody should like it. I don't think anyone
No,
should like the way he was treated.
I
Yeah, very disrespectful. But it doesn't surprise me. They
Yeah,
don't like Oakland, and they're trying to change the franchise. And you know what? What's going to happen? Look what's going on. Can't you see nothing but the opponents in the stadiums? You don't
right,
see Raider fans no more in the stadium because the way
right,
they're treating us.
right.
And
So
those
I'm gonna
damn
stop
tickets
there.
are
D, what you
expensive.
say?
Yeah, B, what are your comments, thoughts on this?
Pretty much the same. I mean, I watched the show last week. As like Spice said, Ralph was saying that he came in with the sign, and
Mm-hmm.
like if they're gonna let you in from the gate and then have a
Right.
problem with you showing a sign, because that's what you do when you write on a board, you're gonna show what's on it. So it's just kind of like like I'm walking in with this sign, but don't show it,
Right.
or depending on what it says. So it's very disrespectful, like you guys said.
So if he would have said, "We love Coach," then he
Hmm.
could stay.
yeah.
And I think too,
Right.
because
And that's
it
the
was on
thing,
TV
right?
so
It's
much, they
very
kept showing it on TV,
discretionary.
right?
Right. Right. That
Yeah, and
part.
we had talked about that before. It went with all of the guidelines, right? It followed all of the guidelines except for the asterisk that says we have the right to kick anyone sign out that we don't like, basically.
Yeah,
So
like the
so I'm
general.
not even sure why they have a guideline if at the end of the day the guideline really is if we don't like it we'll kick you out because I have a
Exactly.
small ego or I feel intimidated. But
Exactly.
whatever the case may be. And we're gonna have her on soon. Like I said, we had Vegas Ralph with us last week to talk about this. But since this is the lady show, I thought this was an interesting story from a wife's point of view, from a mother's point of view.
Mhm.
They had a young son that was there. They spent a lot of money.
Wow.
I, maybe the son's first game. Even did he say last week? I
It
can't
was his
remember,
first
but
game.
It was
it
his
was his
Yeah.
first
first
game.
game. So this is the experience that they have. They're paying good money. They're getting kicked out. The mother has to worry about where her husband is, how are they going to reunite after the game, all of these types of things. Just because, like this, you heard someone say in the video, you're going to kick him out for having an opinion, and it wasn't a vulgar opinion. It wasn't an offensive opinion. I mean, clearly hit a nerve, and it was offensive to small ego people that potentially were on the Raiders, but
Right.
overall, it's not really that offensive. But before we bring in our guest, I want to say what's up to the chat. Raider Speedy, thank you for being a supporter of the show. Always, thank you for being a member. Malo, yes, we deserve better. Make sure you take that drink. Make sure you drink. What's up, Veronica, JB, J Jackson, Fishing Game, um, Jeffrey, Juan Hernandez, Ricardo, Jason. Thank you, everybody. And if you have questions for her, please drop them in the chat because we want her to address your questions. And I mean, do any of you else have any like thoughts before we kind of move on into I think Spice, you touched on it a little bit, but just like the culture, it kind of, this show's always really been about the culture of the fans. Of course, we talk Raiders, but it's been heavily on cultures and fans. And Spice, you brought it up. What does this say about the culture in does it say something about the culture in Vegas? Does it say something about the culture of the Raiders, or is this just a one-off thing? Like, what are your thoughts on?
You know what? My thoughts on it's a Vegas thing. They knew when they moved to Vegas, it was going to be a tourist attraction. Okay. They can care less about us. They really can. That order came from above.
Oh,
upper management.
absolutely.
Because he was getting a lot. I wasn't at the game, but I was watching it on TV, and the camera kept going back to him. And that sign.
Right.
They didn't like that.
And I think that, again, is the most interesting part, right? Because it so falls within the guidelines and is so not vulgar that it's friendly enough to show on television.
Right.
Okay, if that sign was really that offensive, they would not be showing it on national television.
They've shown it like a lot, right? They kept going back to it from what people were saying.
I saw it. I was like, oh, wow.
It just got too much attention.
I think it came from the coach, to tell you the truth. And he said something to the booth and get him off. Get him out of here.
I don't think they showed it at the game, though. I don't remember.
No, but at home.
I don't recall seeing it at the game.
Mm-hmm. But to touch upon what you were saying, Spicy, the culture from Oakland to Vegas has drastically changed.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was meant to be that way from the get-go. It was
meant that way, but we showed them up because Oakland, we came. And they were like, whoa. So what did they do? Let's tax them. Circus is one of the most ran down hotels there is. You can get a room for $59, maybe cheaper than that. Depends on one night of the week. But when the Raiders are playing, that room was almost $500 something a night. Are you kidding me?
No, that hotel's nasty.
So what they're doing is they're marketing off of us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. Totally.
I say come back to the Bay. Because that's the only way you're going to fill that stadium up with Raider fans. That's the only way.
We could talk about that all day, but
just come back to the Bay, y'all. Just tuck your tail and come
back to the Bay. There we go.
Just come on back to the Bay. I don't care where you call. You be called the Bay Raiders. I don't care what you're going to call us.
Call whatever you want.
Come on back.
Ana Diaz says Davis does not give a rat's assets about anyone. He's getting his money. It's sad the fans are getting the shaft. And there you go, right there. I mean, whatever. It's sold out, right? He's getting his money. Does he care? Yeah. No, he doesn't. He owns the team. He owns it fully. He owns it solely. The fans are in the stands. There are fans in the stands, not the Raiders fans necessarily, but fans are in the stands. So, that is what it is. The Raider critique, what's going on. If you haven't already, go subscribe to his show as well. David hates the org Raider Nation. He's trying to replace us. Look at our cheerleaders now.
You were talking about
not something I had noticed.
You're right.
Not something I noticed, but okay. Hey, much love and respect to our football's fabulous females. I got nothing bad to say about that.
Yeah, right.
Says MG had to have seen it on the TV from his suite. I don't think McDaniels didn't see it.
I think you might say I don't think he saw it. I think it came from Mark Davis, to be honest.
Yeah, it came from above, I think. And also, who knows, the players may have seen it and they're like chatting on the bench and he's getting irritated. It was, I mean, like you said, if it was so obscene or whatever it was, he shouldn't have been allowed in, right?
He should have been allowed in.
No, he shouldn't have been allowed in. And then what happens? They bring the big guy in the suit. And all he did was come on down. So they don't send the big guys in the suit for no reason.
And then he starts threatening someone else.
Yeah.
That right there tells you, Mother Moon, they don't care about us.
Well, even when you have
don't care you spent that money
sticking up for us, that says something.
Yeah.
I think,
But let's boycott.
All I can say is props to them for the way they handled it, because if that were me, it wouldn't.
You would have been right behind them.
It wouldn't.
She would have been spicy.
Yeah, I would have been spicy. Forget if it was even me. If I was even in the section,
Spicy would have came out.
Spicy would have. Hey, it would have gone next level. It might have jumped over Spicy and went straight to Santangela.
But Ralph's not like that, and he's with his wife and the baby. You know what I mean? He wasn't. He just wanted to say what he wanted to say.
But the first experience that young boy had was a bad one, and that's not okay. Everybody here remembers their first Raider game. Imagine if something like that happened, because I've been going since I was a kid. So imagine if that happened when you were a kid. How would you feel about being a Raider fan after that?
I think he's probably too young to remember, but at the same time, as awful as a situation it was, in a way, it is kind of like a badass story. He's going to be like, when I was 15 months old, I got kicked out of Allegiant Stadium.
In elementary, telling a girl.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's like
a little pickup line.
Girl, you don't even know. When I was 15 months old, we rolled deep in there. They kicked us out. I went to baby toddler prison.
What the hell?
That part. All that. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it's something else, I'm very disappointed when I can go to the LA stadium and have a blast and feel like we're home in Oakland, and I go to Vegas and I don't feel that way.
Right.
That's
I mean, it's hard to feel that way when the Chiefs are doing their tomahawk chop, yelling their chant, and when they're out cheering the Raiders fans. Of course, it's hard to feel that way because it's not that way. We used to take pride as Raiders fans, or we do still take pride as Raiders fans, taking over other people's stadiums. Like, look at us, we're badass. But we can't do it at home, and that's the thing. And now we're getting the other side of it, where we're so mad at it. It's almost like we could dish it out, but we can't take it.
But we shouldn't take it. We're the Raider. We're the nation.
Oh, we can take it.
We don't like it. We don't like it.
Look, I take it. I take it. I don't care what they say, because you know what? Nobody party like us. Nobody gonna throw a tailgate like us. I don't care what stadium it is.
Nobody just used past tense.
I did?
Yeah. Nobody partied like us. I said she used past tense. Nobody still parties like us. But that's like not us. Our house is different.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for correcting
Andrew
me, sis.
says,
I'm not correcting. I'm just saying, you're right. It's the culture still not there.
They don't care who sits there as long as their line is up. Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of these are give outs. A lot of these are just tickets to give away. But listen, we knew that was going to happen going to Vegas. If anyone's surprised by this, I'm surprised that you're surprised. Put it that way.
Well,
if anyone is surprised by the outcome of the culture there, I'm surprised you're surprised. That's all I can say.
Well, I'm surprised because I think that we'll get it back, because I just believe in our team and I believe in our fans. So I believe we're going to get it back. Once we find our rhythm, now what quarterback we're going to get. Let's just go there, but we need somebody young.
Let's bring our special guest in. I think she is backstage and she is ready. And we are going to get her point of view on the situation. We all had our points of view. We saw the film over and over again. We saw the tape. And what's actually interesting? I don't know why I just thought of this, but I've only seen that one angle of it. I with all the camera phones these days, I'm surprised there weren't like more angles of that. I feel like I've only seen that one, and I've searched for it. So anyway, we want to welcome our special guest, of course, Silly Sin. Thank you for being here with us. Welcome to our show.
Hi.
Hi.
For having me.
Welcome. I'm going to pop this bottle for you.
Please. Thank you. Cheers. I don't have my yet.
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers, salud, salud. So yeah, I'm sure you've heard us talking about our opinion on it, but we're being a woman's show, we want to know how you felt as a wife and a mother, really seeing that kind of happen to your husband and your family.
I was very shocked and upset. I was very hurt because this is my hometown, and we got kicked out from the stadium. That to me, I was like, oh my God, the Raiders are coming here. And I hear everyone saying that they should be in Oakland, and maybe they should be, because damn it, Las Vegas is completely different. It's a whole different ball game out here. So
Yeah, and it's funny you say that. So it sounds like you expected more. You were excited. Listen, anyone who's happy for them to go to Vegas, good for you. I'm not mad at your feelings, but you were excited and you were hoping to be treated better, right?
absolutely, yes. Thank you, honey. He's just bringing me a drink. Yes, I was excited. I was excited to take my son to his first game, and it did not end well. So that really upset me. I was shocked in the beginning. I'm like, are you serious? You're really kicking us out? And I was very hurt because this is my hometown, like I said. So it was sucky. Yeah.
So tell me about your experience, like as a disconnect, if you will, right? Because I'm assuming, and I don't know this for sure, but you didn't get kicked out, right? Just Vegas Ralph. So he's kicked out, and then you're still sitting there. You're probably wondering, how do I get in touch with him? How do I meet up with him? Who do I contact? It was like, I heard him say Sublime in Rome. So I'm assuming that was right before halftime. So there's still an
No,
entire half of the game left.
once he got kicked out, I followed him. I didn't stay
Yeah.
behind. I was like, if he's leaving, I'm leaving. We came together as a family. So I decided to
Right.
leave with him. And in the video that you guys see, you do see Metro holding my son. That's because I asked them to hold him. He didn't take him away from me. I asked Metro, will you
Okay.
hold my son? Because, the stairs are very steep. It was really hard for
Right.
me to carry my son up there. So, thank you to Metro. They did carry my son. They were actually really cool. It was the guy in the suit that was a jerk. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I say right, like I wasn't there, but from the video, that's what I
You can
gathered.
see from the video that he was
Right.
an asshole. He was very, adamant about getting Ralph out. He kept coming over there, and he said, if you don't leave, we're going to call Metro. And that's what they did. So,
Yeah, and I think that's a little drastic. I mean, a lot drastic, honestly, because if from the video, you're not nobody's being obscene, nobody's causing a ruckus. I mean, and again, I wasn't there, so maybe you could tell us. I don't hear them saying really anything that makes sense except for kind of pushing their body weight around. So
exactly.
so to bring down multiple police officers for someone that has a sign with three simple words in it, by the way, which is "We deserve better," and we do. It's
They're
not a
better.
lie, and that's our
No,
drinking
let's
game
drink.
for the night as well. And we've said this on the show before, and I'll bring this up really quickly. Our own favorite, one of our, I think all of our favorites, certainly one of mine, certainly Mother Moon's, Mad Max. He said
Yeah.
it himself.
He said
Y'all
it
don't
himself.
deserve
We do.
this.
No, we don't.
That's the exact
Don't.
translation, if you ask me, of "we deserve better."
Exactly. Exactly.
Exact.
You want to speak
Exactly.
on that a little bit?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I would say, do you want to do you have a reaction to basically what your sign saying is similar to what Mad
I
Max is
mean,
saying?
exactly. We didn't say anything wrong. I mean, I don't feel like we didn't curse. We didn't say anything that was against the rules, so to say. All he did was say we deserve better, and I think that the Bench McDaniel sign was the one that got us escorted out, to be honest. That was the sign
Yeah.
that probably made Mark Davis or the coach upset. So that was the one.
Now, did they ask for the sign? Did they
Yes.
say give us the sign or leave?
Yes.
Mm.
They asked for the sign. We said no. Ralph said no because he felt like he wasn't doing anything wrong. And he was like, no, what am I doing wrong? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. And they couldn't answer that. So, he kept asking them, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? That's so wrong. What does it say? Does it have profanity? And they couldn't
Because they don't
respond
want
to
to be like, I don't know what you're doing wrong. I just am
They
supposed to
didn't.
take
They didn't
you
have
out.
an answer. Basically, they didn't have an answer to it. They just wanted us out. They wanted him out,
Yeah.
and I'm his son, so I left with him.
Yeah, at the end of the day, which I totally do not agree with though, but they at the end of the day, this is what they will say is this is private property and we have the right to kick you out for any reason.
Right? They're
Literally
gonna
any
say that they have the right to manage.
right, right. And I think that's just so sad. And to see to see it happen to a loyal fan who's had season tickets. Vegas Ralph was saying you've had season tickets in Oakland, this entire time, and to be upset for having an opinion. By the way, I know I just interrupted myself, but you only really have an opinion and are super passionate like that if you care.
Right,
So he
exactly.
cares. We all care.
Exactly. I think their feelings got hurt. I don't know if it was the coach that saw it and was like, hey, what the heck? I don't know. We don't know. And like you said earlier, they were showing it on television. If it was that bad, they wouldn't have showed it. They wouldn't have given
Right.
him
They
so
kept
much
showing
time.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, they kept showing it. So I'm sure Mark Davis was not happy about it. He's going against, what he did. He hired somebody that
Good.
sucked and he regrets it. This is the outcome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's not happy about it because we're not happy about his decisions either. So there. Can I ask you this though? When we spoke with your husband, Vegas Ralph, last week, at the time, I think it had only been a couple days since it happened. Now it's been over a week. Has the organization or anything else transpired since then?
No,
Hmm.
No. Okay. So no apology, no,
none,
no,
none.
no, nothing at all.
Nobody has reached out. No, no.
Okay, so I think that's sad because I guarantee you they know who you are, or if they don't, they could certainly find out if they cared.
I'm sure.
And I think if for me, if I were the owner and I really had nothing to do with that, and I saw that happening to my loyal fans,
Yeah.
I would reach out and I would say, "Hey, come do a tour at the facility," or "Sorry, we'll give you some tickets," or something or other, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
you can't. This has gone totally viral, at least in the Raiders world, where
Exactly.
they know about it.
They know. They know. I'm sure they know, but no one has reached out. I wish that they did. I wish they would apologize to Ralph, but they haven't. I wish they would apologize to my son because it was. I don't want to say the word traumatic, but it was sad to see that happen to us with my son. I mean, we weren't screaming, we weren't yelling, we weren't saying any bad words. We were just sitting there with a sign, and that got us kicked out.
Yeah, because there's probably would have been so many more photos taken with you and the family and your son throughout the game, and those opportunities are gone.
Right. Hmm.
My first game
Uh,
by the torch or whatever it is. So yeah, it would be nice for someone from the organization to say, "Hey, anything it really
Anything.
went a little bit too far. How can we
Right.
make it better?"
No, we haven't received
yeah,
any calls or anything. Nothing has been done.
yeah, that
That's
is
maybe we do
actually does
better.
not surprise
And
me.
I
But
don't think
Spice,
they're
do you
gonna
have anything you want to say or ask? It looks like you might have want to give you the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening, and this wouldn't have happened in Oakland.
I agree. I've had a
And
lot of people say that.
it's sad. And I hope that we get your story can get out there. Because how many times has this happened? And nobody knows about it.
Right.
Because if you're not stopped at that gate, if you don't stop me at that gate, I have everything with me. You're going through my bags. Then I should be able to do whatever I want when I get through that gate.
Right. No one stopped us. No one said anything.
But you took my money.
But yes, but you took
But
my
you
money.
took
I was
because
good
how
enough
many
to get
tickets did you
inside.
and my season pass? Okay, you spent a lot. Okay, let's not even go into your business like that, sis. But for those tickets, for those season passes, tickets, whatever.
They're not cheap.
No,
Right.
the PSL alone.
Right.
So let's just go there.
Right.
And for you to be treated like that,
And our
I
own
hope
home.
this. Okay, so we have to make this really go viral. I already reached out to Shannon. The Shannon and Skip show. Well, Skip and Shannon. It's an NFL Network podcast. So I reached out to that already, and I asked him to watch this show. Let's see. After we're done, I'm going to send it to him.
Thank
Let's
you.
try to get some traction on this. Because this is
Absolutely.
not okay.
Yeah,
Your
No,
baby
It's
was
not
with you.
okay.
And this
It's
could have
not
happened
okay.
to anyone.
We deserve better. Totally.
Ab-
Could happen to anybody. Like we said, we want to continue. We want this to not end here. I don't think it should because we've preached this, I think, as a Raider Nation over and over again. If it's like this takes a disrespect to another level because, like you said, it could happen to any of us. And I know that you're not banned from the stadium or anything like that. Thank goodness you aren't,
Thank
because that
God,
would just
no.
be that would
That
that
would
would be like the worst thing ever. But
absolutely
honestly, if you
be
were to be,
scenario.
I would stand outside with the sign with you and not go in, because I just think it's so unfair. And we
Uh,
still want to make this video. So if you're watching, send us a video. You can send it to Spicy um,
I'm gonna
Facebook
send you
page,
different
or Live
videos.
Moderator Story Insta. Say we deserve better.
We
Everyone
deserve
say it in
better.
Raider Nation, and we'll
We
put a
should for sure.
collaboration video together and put it out
Absolutely.
there.
I agree. And like you mentioned earlier that you didn't see a video, I will send you more videos that I got on TikTok. I
Oh,
have
please.
a
Oh,
huge,
okay.
I'm telling you, I got like 700 followers on TikTok over this scenario, and everybody was
Wow.
agreeing with us. Everybody was supportive. There was a guy that was sitting a few seats over us, and he was wearing a shirt that read "Fuck McDaniels," and he was told that he had to cover it up with a jersey, which he did, and he took it off when he was at the game. And he's been very supportive. I'm gonna look for him on TikTok because he posted our video. He posted different angles, and everyone supports us. Everybody that was near us, we're asking them, what did they do wrong, and they could not answer. So a lot of people were supportive, even from the opposite team. That's how you know that they were wrong.
Right.
Right.
Definitely. And
Well,
and,
we
and, and
felt
what
your
bothers
disrespect.
me and what bothered me about that video too is at the end of it, at least the one that I showed that we saw, is you have Kansas City Chiefs fans in the Raiders home giving each other high fives for Raiders fans being kicked out.
I
Like,
know.
how is anyone in the organization okay with that? If I was the owner and I saw that happen again, I would be mad as hell. But I'm gonna throw it to you, B. Do you have any questions or anything you want to add to ask her about the situation?
No, we've kind of talked about it because we're all part of the same tailgate. So after it happened, we were like, what happened to Ralph? Like it was crazy. We're like, Ralph is like literally going viral. And then I seen on Cindy's story, she's like, I go to the bathroom for 1 second. And you come back and it's like all this stuff is, and we're like, oh my
Yes.
God. So yeah, I think it's just pretty insane how it all went down, how it went viral. And Ralph is like he's not even a person to like be disrespectful. He's not like that at all. He's like such a family guy. He just wants people to have a good time. He loves to cook. Like for him to get kicked out, it's like and he bought those he's a season ticket holder, but he bought those special seats for that game. So it's like he missed out on all of that. His son's first game, he missed the tailgate. He didn't do the tailgate so that he could enjoy it. So it's like the whole experience I don't think people realize from the morning, the whole day leading up to it, like was kind of just ruined with that.
Exactly. It was. Thank you for saying that because that's so true. Very true.
I'm wondering did they take your ID information?
No, they did
Nor-
not.
Oh,
When they kicked us out, Ralph was in front of me and I was behind him. And I asked the guy with the suit, I said, is he going to get arrested? Because that was my main concern. We're out. I don't want him being arrested. And he said, no. I said, okay. So that calmed me down. They took him into a room up there. It's like a little jail that they have at the stadium. And they separated us. I was like, can I go with him? He said, no. He goes, unless you have someone to watch your son, you can't go. I'm like, well, of course I don't have anyone watching my son. It's just him and I.
Not alone.
So he was so rude. He was, Ralph was like, can I have a drink of water? These ladies brought him water. He would not give it to him. So he was just a fucking asshole. I'm sorry. Excuse my French.
Oh, wait. What's his name?
Say it.
And
You
so
have the free.
Ralph-
This is a safe space. Say what you want, girl.
Thank you. So Ralph went with him, and my son had to be changed. He has a diaper still, so I went to the bathroom to change him. And when I came back, Ralph was gone, and I'm like, oh my God, did he get arrested? I was so afraid. I'm like, where is he? And then finally they did let him go, but the whole thing was just uncalled for. Seriously, like if you're just gonna let us go, then let us go. Why do they have to take him into a room and then let him go? It just didn't make any sense at all. They were just trying to intimidate us.
Right. They were trying to, and I don't think we should back down. Listen, this is the end of the season. So of course we have all the way through August, really September, until it really kicks back into gear. And I hope maybe maybe I'm vindictive or petty. I don't know, but or maybe I just make sense. I think I just make sense. But I hope it doesn't die out by then, honestly, because I think it would be awesome if everyone showed up to that stadium with a sign or a T-shirt or a hat that said "We deserve better."
I agree.
I think that
Just
would
do
make a
it.
huge statement because I think we all can agree that we do deserve better, right? I mean, if we disagree on that as
Absolutely.
a Raider Nation, then I don't. Are you even paying attention? And second of all, I think we should have your backs. My opinion to stick up for something so bogus to be kicked out for that, and that it shouldn't die out even though it's next season. And then we'll see what they're really going to do about it. I mean, are they going to kick out everybody?
What would happen if
And I
everybody
don't even
had
know
that
that you
sign
want
up?
that. Like I say, I might just be petty or or vindictive or vengeful
I'm
or
petty
whatever.
too. I want to keep it going. You know, it's awful. It's so stupid, to be honest, when you think about it. You got kicked out over what? Over a sign.
We deserve better sign. No.
We deserve better. Benjamin
Right.
McDaniel.
Yeah.
That was the one that got the attention of
Yeah.
everyone. That was the one.
Well, we could all go in there with a little, what do you call it, binder paper and just have it written down. Everybody holds it up, you know, even that would make a
Yeah.
statement itself.
Yeah, let's do
Fold
it.
up a little piece of paper, unfold it, and wave it when you're on the camera. What are they going to do? Literally
Yeah.
throw everyone out?
Right.
Insane, insane.
So
You know, I'm
we
over here
have,
quiet. You know, I want to say something. I'm over here just
So the-
like,
I know we're all a little shocked here. And this oh, did I put it in wrong? Let's see. Oh no, this is correct. Okay, so this was the other one. I think this. Let me see. Yeah, this one didn't get seen as much, which is crazy. So this, like you're saying, this sign I'm about to show it is probably the one that got him really kicked out. But this is not the one we see, or not see as much.
Oh, I haven't
see
seen that
this
one.
very little.
I've not
So
seen that
it-
one before.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay,
pretty
yeah.
sure
So
it was
this-
it was that sign that got him kicked out.
That was
because
the
it
one
Ralph said
that-
when he started showing it, that's when they were like, Ralph's like, I could
Okay.
read lips. Remember he was saying,
Yeah, he feels like he can
Yeah.
read lips. That's what caught their attention. That's, you know, I wasn't really paying attention because I had the baby, but he kept going like this, we're going to get kicked out. And I said, why? And he said, watch, they're calling Metro. And if they call Metro, we have to leave. We have to comply. And I was like, okay, of course, you know, I love Metro,
Yeah.
you know, I'm supportive of the cops here in Vegas. I am. But they were nice to us. They were not rude. The guy even told Ralph, hey, I agree with you, but we have to go because they're kicking you out. They're the ones who are saying that you have to leave.
Yeah, the guy in the suit's basically the one facilitating or making the decision, and then the cops are just kind of coming in and facilitating that request.
Exactly.
You see him walking out here with the Bench McDaniel sign, and you see, you know, the police kind of something's going on there. Someone's
Yeah.
smiling or laughing or whatnot. But if you mind, let's take a look at some. You're getting a lot of support. I don't know if you're able. There's a lot of comments. I don't know if you're able to read them, but I just want to.
No, I can't,
to
but thank you.
acknowledge them.
Well, put them
Yeah,
on
I just
you.
want to acknowledge them because you are getting a lot of support here. Cisco says it was the Bench McDaniel sign that caused them to get kicked out. I don't think it was the We Deserve Better. You're probably right, but it's just
You're right.
interesting that the We Deserve Better is the one that's kind of being blasted all over the place. Larissa here says, so sorry that happened to you and your family. Same with Tinker House. So sorry you guys had to experience this in your own house.
Yes. That's what
Fishing
hurts.
Game says, damn, no water?
No water?
No water for Ralph. He was
No
so
water.
thirsty. The poor guy had an adrenaline rush, you know, and he's like, can I please have water? The guy said no.
I don't even think, like, how are you even allowed to even do that?
I mean, what
Right.
if he fainted? You know, I don't know. I mean, anything.
He's
can
not
happen.
even arrested.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. How are you even allowed to detain him and take the sign and let him go back? If it's
Exactly.
you know, he has that choice. And then, but to detain him?
Exactly. For no cause. Like, what's your reason? Are you going to arrest me for having a sign? No, they can't do that. That's why they let us go.
Let me see. Oh,
You know,
Oh,
it came from the higher up, Mark Davis. He's the one that got us escorted out, and he's just a minion. The guy in the suit is just a minion.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Again, I wasn't there, and your opinion is totally valid. But to me, he enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He
To
enjoyed
me,
it.
just kind of follows it and does it. But to me, he looked like he was enjoying that. He was threatening
Yeah.
other people. He was pulling his weight around. Like
I agree.
he could execute what was being asked of him without being a total eggplant.
I agree. He had a little power trip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I did notice that the police that came down and he had, the big guy whispered in his ear, the suit whispered in his ear. There was almost a hesitation from the police, like, okay, what is he doing? Then got a little whisper, and then okay, just come with me. There was
I didn't
almost like,
notice that.
really?
I
They're
didn't
probably
notice.
embarrassed.
Yeah, I felt like, oh, he really didn't want to do
They
it,
have
but
better things to do.
yeah.
Well, look, I'll say this. What if a Chiefs fan had that sign?
What would have happened?
What would have happened?
Ooh.
That's a good
If
question.
a Chiefs fan would have had that sign,
Right.
they would have left him alone. That's where I'm sitting over here just rocking, because this is not correct. This is not right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. What if it was
Yeah, and
the
I
Chiefs?
think I did hear some stories about Chiefs fans having shirts that were way more explicit
Wow.
than
Then the
than that
sign.
sign, and then nothing was done about it. And it's probably because it didn't get any attention. I mean, you might have someone may have seen it, few people may have seen it, but this is making, I think it was Cisco who said this is making national television. And when you're in a suite like Baby Davis is, that's Mark Davis, we call him Baby Davis on the show,
Call him Baby
sees
Davis.
it on the monitors, that's gonna trigger something, right? Then his little bangs start to flap up a little bit, and he gets a little worried about.
Yes, ma'am.
Does anybody know like what the commentators said about it on TV? Like they're like, oh well,
Who's this? Me?
like when they showed it on TV, like if the commentator said anything.
I watched it, but I don't remember exactly what they said. I was more focused on the sign. I was like, whoa, we do deserve better.
Yeah.
Somebody at home looking at it.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dope
Someone
sign.
has to have a video of that, right? Then we can go back and see what they said.
Right?
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
pull it
yeah.
up.
We actually I do have it recorded. I should go back and check it out. Raider Cody, what's good? Shout out to you. This video just popped up on my YouTube feed. I love it. Team Ralph, yes. Hashtag Team Ralph, and we deserve better. I also want to shout out Raider Cody. I kind of digress here a little bit, but thank you so much for the hospitality that you and a couple other guys put on at the Win Club after the Chiefs game. I just kind of celebrate. I call it, I don't know, the end of the year wrap party, I guess. So it was a
Yeah.
good time in there.
All right.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, we want to go through. I just want to read. I know there's so many good comments in here. I agree. We should all get Bench McDaniel signs in the entire stadium week 1 next season. Let's do it. That would be incredible. It's really hard to rally something like that, but hey, I'm down to try. I am down
We can
to
do
try.
it. We can
Hey,
do it, you
didn't they
guys.
have protesters protesting the COVID on the sidewalk? Why couldn't we hand out little flyers or stickers or something on
shirt.
the sidewalk? It's possible. We can do this, ladies.
Well, we can go a little bit deeper. I know everybody on this panel and yourself, our guest, know a lot of season pass holders. We're not going to renew.
Oh man.
We deserve better.
Well, okay. I actually we do deserve better, and thank you for saying that, because I did want to ask you this, and I think I know the answer, but I have a feeling you're not going to go that route, you and your husband. But how does it change your mind at all about how you court the Raiders and how you choose to spend your time or money moving into next season or forward into the future?
Not at all. We're still gonna be diehard Raider fans. That's not gonna affect us at all. Not at all. No.
Yeah.
But will you spend your money outside the Raider image?
I'm sorry?
So will you spend your money outside the Raider image? Maybe just protest kind of that way?
We can do that. That would be
I
something.
mean, it's,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know
yeah.
Mother
Because
and I
I'm
have
a
chosen
Raider.
that we feel we've always felt disrespected in one way or another by
Yeah.
the organization. But
Right.
we do have our season tickets, but in one, I guess, form of protesting, if you will, is we don't purchase anything from the Raider image anymore. We get our merch from other places or make it ourselves, or get it off some other site or something like that. But certainly
Right.
for several reasons, I'll just put them on blast. Honestly, y'all overpriced. Second of all, your products aren't really that great of a quality. Shoot, we can get that stuff knocked off better for half the
Okay,
Right.
look at
price.
my hat. Look at my hat. It's a
Right.
knockoff of
And then
that.
third of all, I'm
I
not
need
giving you
that.
any more money than I have to.
And see,
Okay.
Yes, we can make our own merch.
And thank you, my brother Ziggy gave me this. Captain Ziggy. He got some Converse on it and a Raider symbol. This ain't bought in no Raider image.
No,
Homemade.
no.
It's a sentimental value.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, and you know, I hate to say this because I think we're all in the same boat, but unfortunately, Baby Davis knows that. You know, he's we featured it on our show, and him saying, do you want to address the fans of Oakland? This is your last game here. Do you have anything to say to them? No, nah,
He
not
literally
really. I'm good.
shrugged and said,
It's
"No."
all about money with him.
Eh. So it's like he's so used
Still
to
makes my
us
skin
just
crawl.
taking it that
Yeah.
he does not care how much he disrespects a fan base, a city. And Vegas, don't think, I digress a little bit here, but the city of Las Vegas, don't think you're any different. The day will come, we may not
Oh,
be
yeah.
here, but the day will come where he screws your city over too, just like he played in Oakland. You know, that's just the way they
Sorry.
operate.
Just like you said earlier, Vegas is a tourist place, and you're always going to see the opposite team because they give their tickets to their, their high rollers. We know that.
Right.
And
right.
It's awful. I wish that there were more Raider fans out there, but it's just the way the city is. The touristy place, and he knows that. He wants the money, and that's what it is.
That's so sad.
It is sad. I used to
It's
love
so
going
sad.
to Oakland to watch the games out there. We made a trip out of it,
Right?
And it was affordable.
and it was affordable. That part.
See, now she's saying it, that part. See?
I got you, girl.
Ah! That's right.
Yeah, this right here, Tinker Hell, this right here. Although there were some cool security guards, there was so much inconsistency on what was and wasn't allowed. Yeah, me and Moon can do maybe. I don't like to give too much away. I like to keep it mum, but maybe for members only or something on a secret show, we can go over the ins and outs of how they actually operate because we've been able to figure it out. And unfortunately, yeah, it's like that. It's some of it's corrupt, but really most of it, I would say, is just inconsistency with understanding the rules, their job, and what's allowed. And so that goes back to
the culture. Understanding the culture. Some of it'd be like, okay, we know you're going to get away with that, but that's okay because I got you in check over here. And it was a mutual respect with with the police in Oakland. They knew what was up. They didn't really care.
Definitely.
Understanding the culture. I mean, again, I know, Celia, listen, I'm not trying to disrespect your city or disrespect you on the show whatsoever. But Vegas doesn't understand the culture of Raider Nation whatsoever.
I agree. We've never had a team before. This is new to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But
Vegas,
can I say something, sis? But on behalf of Las Vegas, I've had a great time. Your hospitality has been off the hook. So I will say that about Vegas.
Right.
The Raider Nation out there has treated me with so much respect, and I love it. When I go there, I get lost. Like, I'm gone the whole time, different events.
Yeah, you are. Opening weekend, I was like,
that is so different, right? That's anywhere. And we've talked about this. We've started the show with episodes, and we've talked about the culture of being Raiders fans. Anywhere you go in any city, the Raider Nation is going to represent and bring each other in and care for them and do exactly what you're saying. That's going to happen anywhere. Miami, New York, LA, like you name it.
Oh, Miami.
That's very different than what we're talking about in terms of what the actual Raiders, because Raiders, to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, Raiders and Raider Nation are two totally different things.
Yes. I agree.
Okay.
The nation takes care of you
Look what they
wherever you
just did
go.
to them. Look what just happened, you guys. Look, this is why we're talking about this. Look what just happened. And the disrespect, they went overboard.
Everyone tells me that would have never happened in Oakland. I wish it never happened. I know that, what if we were in another city and that happened? How embarrassing. What if we were, I don't know, in another city and that happened with our son? And now we can't see the game. We traveled, and you know how it is traveling to Vegas.
Yeah.
From Oakland. It's expensive. It gets expensive. So what if we were in another city? I mean, that it happened in our home. This is awful. This is not cool. It's not. Should have never happened.
So did they actually escort you out of the stadium to the parking lot, and what did that feel like?
Embarrassing. It was very embarrassing. I have my son. He's heavy. He's a big boy. Carrying him all across the parking lot was, I'm taking turns with Ralph. It was embarrassing.
Having everyone look at you like,
wow,
what did they do wrong?
What did they do? Because we were being escorted out by Metro. Yeah. What did they do? What did that family do? They have a baby. It was embarrassing.
Oh my gosh. I felt you for a second. What did those parents do while they have a little baby in their arms? So you're being judged.
We're being judged.
Out. Oh my gosh.
And I had some comments like that on TikTok. People were, coming from my family. Well, he shouldn't have done that. He's a father. I mean, there's always going to be people that are judged.
Lynn, thank you. That was a great question. I hadn't even thought of that being her answer because I'm just so stuck on like anger that I don't even. My brain didn't even go to embarrassment. So thank you for that point of view.
I was embarrassed. It was embarrassing, seeing everyone look at you. You're getting escorted out, and to feel the judgment of other people. Wow, look at those parents with their kid. That was the part I was going to say. It's so traumatic when you think back. It's devastating to see that they did that to us, especially when Ralph is, a longtime Raider fan and PSL holder. It's just.
Yeah, Ralph of all people, Ralph loves his city of Vegas. Like he has nights tickets. Like when you hear him talk, if you hear Ralph talk, and he's at the tailgates, he cooks for everyone there, like first thing in the morning. Like he loves his city of Vegas. One, he loves his Raiders. Like the way he supports it, it's insane of like all people to get kicked out. It's not like it was one person that came to just want to start something, like he's still going to be a season ticket holder and take his family and come tailgate. He's still going to support the Raiders despite all of this happening. And that's the crazy part.
He's a passionate fan. I think like most Raiders, right? We're very passionate, loyal fans.
We are.
Yeah. Can I bring up something? What B, you I don't know why, but with your statement, it made me think of this. And I can't remember which week this was. Maybe like a month ago. It was against the Patriots, right? There was this video that went viral of this woman who was antagonizing this Patriots fan, right? In his face. The Raiders, there was a Raiders fan. She was a female. She was antagonizing the Patriots fan. He was a male. And he basically held his cool. He held his cool. She was totally in his space, in where if his seat's his whole space above him, she was in front of him, she was in it. But listen, I'm not trying to give the page props, especially not like Robert Kraft, whatever. But I will give him props on this. He actually invited that person, the man, to his suite for composing himself and for representing the Patriots as like a class act in another stadium while he's getting bullied, basically. And now you flip the script, and the Raiders are bullying their own people.
But who also responded to him on Twitter was Sandra, and said that he doesn't deserve to be treated like that. And that's an opposing fan, but yet she can't respond to anything about.
Well, where's Sandra now? Where's Sandra now? Oh, you know where Sandra is now? Oh, trying to save her job. Because supporting, listen, I'm not trying, I'll just stop.
Yeah, look, we got to go ahead and.
I'm not trying to knock another woman. I'm just going to stop. Let's just
We
say,
deserve better.
Let's just
Hit
say
that
we
like
deserve
button.
better. Thank you, Spice. Let's just say we
Cheers.
deserve
Hit
better.
that like button.
Cheers to that.
Subscribe.
Let's just say we deserve better.
Yes. And hit that like button. All these comments, we appreciate you guys. Come on.
I know we
Cheers,
are
ladies.
almost up on our time, and I don't know how much time you have. You can obviously, we don't want to take too much of your time. We know you have a little boy to get back to, but if you
I
want, we can
think
go
this
through
is a
some of the
vacation for
comments.
me.
Oh yeah, drinking wine with
This
the
is my
girls.
vacation.
She-
We're good.
She took over the man cave,
Yeah,
and she's good. She's drinking
exactly.
her wine.
What am I going
All
to
right,
put
let's
up here that's mine?
So real
Oh, I love
quickly,
it.
I want to just make a comment here. Tinker House sent me, and I think I sent it to you, Spicy. It was an actual citation someone got for just standing the front row, or in the spot they shouldn't have. They actually got written up. So
Like
if
you're in
you
school?
get that, let me know. But yeah, so they are kind of regulating a lot. So I don't know if you want to show that or not. And then I'm
I
going to
don't,
go
I
back
don't,
a little bit.
I didn't see it come through, but whatever.
What?
Okay.
They were written up?
Don't even get me
And
Mother Moon. Okay.
Hold on.
Don't even
What? Go
get me
ahead.
started on getting a citation for standing.
Are you guys serious?
This is what Tinker House. Put it up again, my love. I know you're in here still.
Standing in the aisle by
Yeah,
one
she, during
foot.
the, yeah, there she go. Wow.
Yeah. So it's in here. So she'll pull it up. And while we're getting that together, that woman that was harassing. Oh, here we go. During the first game, there was some. I'm sorry, it's too small for me to read.
Me too. I
Some
can't.
first time
During
Raider
first
fans.
game, there was one first-time Raider fan attendees that were cited, actually written up for standing in aisle by 1 foot. Like, y'all need to chill. Okay,
Right?
if you go back to Oakland, especially in the black hole, if you didn't
What's an
have
aisle?
like 3 people standing in one seat, like it wasn't full. Okay, if I got 2 people standing in front of one seat, we got room for one more. So like, I don't
Right.
even understand this, and maybe that's not right per se, but this certainly is not right. We gotta
No.
get. Listen,
Well, I'll
I'm
tell
about
you-
to get banned. If we keep
Look,
going on
Spicy.
stand.
Spicy, listen to me. They're
Tell me.
wrong for this because they want. Okay, look, if they want the black hole, see, they want the black hole, but they don't want the black hole. Okay, you know what I mean by that? They want the Gorilla, they want Senor, they want Violator, they want that look, but they don't want us.
They don't want the chaos.
But it ain't no chaos.
Y'all
We
are
up
so-
here,
y'all
we
are
all
starting chaos.
stand.
They don't want
We
the
all
ru-
respect
the-
each
no.
other in the black hole. We stand.
Mhm.
That's just what we do over there, and everybody needs to stand up on third down.
Mm.
They don't want us. They just want the Raider image.
Right. And I also want to comment on that woman that was harassing the Patriot fan. I got so many texts and so much messaging. Anna, Mother Moon, what are you doing? We saw you. I'm like, that is not me.
Oh.
No, that's you. I'm like, that is not me. So, that is not me.
Yeah.
That is not you. And this is a side comment, and I don't see the comment now, but I think Larissa had said this. She was asking, I don't see it now, but she said, "Is that an Elvis Presley and a Raiders jersey back there?" Yes, it is. If you've ever been on the stadium tour, you know that's mimicking some of the art that is in the stadium. The Elvis Presley one is one of them. The 20, I
have
believe,
that,
the meaning behind the 20 is the first year they were in Vegas. Elvis is kind of synonymous with Vegas, and so that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
We also have Marilyn Monroe on the other end. That one's my favorite piece.
Yeah, the Marilyn Monroe one is in the stadium as well, and that one I believe she's wearing a Raiderette uniform.
Yes, she is.
Sweet.
Right?
Let me see if I can
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
it. There she
Oh,
is.
there
Okay.
she is. Look at that.
Ew.
Yes.
I love Marilyn Monroe.
She was so pretty and,
Yeah.
classy. Yeah.
Such big fans representing, and all that happened to you.
I know.
That part. Look
Yes.
at their art in the background.
We would have never. I never imagined when I was making those signs for him that that was going to be the outcome. That that was going to happen to us. You know.
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, good. If you have to leave at time, I'm talking to the comments here. Good night. Thank you to
Yeah, yeah.
our loyal fan here and member of the show. Have a good night, ladies. Thank you for this. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you watching and hearing Silly Sin's story as well as the rest of us. I think this is an important story to tell. I really, really do, and I hope it doesn't die down. I really hope it doesn't. Um, I will.
Yeah, it
I
sucks that it's the
personally will
last
not.
game.
I personally won't let it die down. You're welcome on the show anytime, of course, and I say have you back on the show when the season starts. You
Oh,
and
for
Vegas.
sure.
Actually, how old will your son be at that time? Maybe we could have him on.
He's gonna be 2 in October, so it'll be around that time.
Oh,
Yes.
October,
Mother Moon, you know
baby.
what?
Oh, what?
Tell me. We got a future cast member of Lil Chucky's Corner on Saturday mornings.
We do with the little onesie. Well, he'd be out of a onesie.
Yeah.
That's
He's fine.
McDaniels.
Have you seen Sebastian? He's huge.
I did see. Well, I saw
He's a
saw
big
you
baby.
carrying him. So yeah,
Yeah.
if he can be ready, he's gonna be a football player. See?
Willie Wayne, thank you so much. He says, great show. We appreciate you for tuning in. Remember, if you haven't already, light that torch, hit that like button, and of course, you're able to subscribe. Subscribing is free, by the way. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to become a member. You can become a member. It's very minimal, $2.99 a month, and nothing else. Just share the video, share her story, share Vegas Ralph's story, share the Raider Nation. I think we all stand with her. I'm not trying to cut anybody off here. I know we could probably stay on a little longer, but I just want to say goodbye to some of the people that need to go. Spice, if you need to go, thank you so much for joining us. We're glad to have you back.
I got puppies.
Puppies.
What kind of puppy?
I got
Babies.
English blue puppies. Would you like to see one?
Yes. We
I'll
just
be
got
right
a little
back.
baby.
Are they for sale? Is that what we're doing?
BRB. Do you have any
Listen, when we're back in when I get back to Las Vegas, we need to get together. Let's do a little
Definitely.
chat. Maybe walk around the facility with our signs. I don't know. Just a thought. Walk into the M with
put them in the
t-shirts. I don't
ground?
know,
Put them
just
in
a
the
thought.
ground.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Do you have any, I think we covered it pretty well. It went by super fast, so it might be a
Okay,
bit blur, but
thank
is
you
there
so much.
anything that lingering that you think you haven't expressed or want to say before we get out here?
I think we covered everything. Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me speak and giving you my side of the story. Ralph's a big talker, so thank you for having me. No, we covered everything. Thank you so much. I
Well,
appreciate all
Yeah,
the
of
support.
course.
On
You're
behalf of the
welcome.
sisterhood, sorry you had to go through that, but we are here with you to walk with you. Need any support? Give us a call.
Got you,
We're there
girl.
with you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. That means a lot.
We
Thank
got
you.
Spice back in with her little pup.
Oh my God.
This is
Little
Keen, you
chubster.
guys.
Put her on the big screen.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Bugger.
They are 4 weeks today.
Oh my God, he's a baby.
Yes. Look at
And he's
that,
a
you
big
guys.
baby. Oh, congratulations.
Hey,
He's adorable.
Little sausage.
Fish and
We
Game
call that
is
one Mad Max.
and
Yes, please.
Fish and Game
Oh,
is
Mad Max
casting
is a
on
great
Silly
name.
Sin's behalf
Max
right here.
Max
Mad
is a
Max.
good name. Yes, Mother Moon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have
Fishing
four.
games, yes, I'm
I
sorry.
think-
Part of the
I think you have a
roundtable
new
now.
fan. He wants you as part of the Raider at Roundtable now. You might be initiated
Ooh.
here, Silly Sin.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the pup. I'm just like daydreaming with
Oh
him.
my no! So, Fishing Game says she's. I'm assuming she's means you.
Part of the
That's what he
round
said.
table now.
It's part
Oh,
of the Raider
thank
at
you.
Roundtable now.
All right.
You're of course you're an honorary member for sure. But hey, yeah, if you want to join the cast, dude, I'm not mad at it. Veronica Medina says, I remember in Oakland, Vegas Ralph was always very vocal, but never disrespectful. How
Yes.
disheartening. Sorry for the experience. I hope your baby has much better game experience to remember. Of
Yes.
course. And then we got so much of What a cute little doggy, Mad Max. Mad Max is a little cutie. He got the same color
Did you
eyes, I
just
think.
name
I
him?
can't tell from here.
Yeah,
Guys,
you
you
just
name
named
him?
We just
him.
named him. Yeah, we just named him.
Yes,
Tinker
Mad
Halston.
Max.
I'm so jealous of that room/wall. My fault for marrying outside the family. Yeah, I think she's married to. I want to
I've
say
heard
a
Ralph
Steelers
talk about
fan.
that room.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
I'm just gonna go bold here and go out on a limb since Fish and Game has already cast you on the show, and since we know you have an awesome room, maybe we film the next episode in your she cave when we're out in
Oh,
Vegas.
let's do it. I need a
Let's do
secret.
it.
Hey!
Let's
I love
do it.
how
Ralph,
she didn't even.
calm down.
Billy Finn didn't even take a double check to see where Vegas and Ralph was. She's like, let's do it.
Exactly. Let's do it.
Done and done.
He has to make me a
Perfect.
room somewhere, right? Even if it's the garage.
Totally. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you, ladies.
So yeah, like again, if you haven't already, light that torch, hit that like button, please subscribe. We loved having you on the show. Thank you so much. We've gone an extra quarter overtime, so we thank everyone for their time. Anything else anyone wants to say before we go out?
I just want to say, sis, I thank you for coming on the show, and I support you, and we're going to keep this alive.
Thank you.
Because this is not okay.
No.
It's just not okay, and we can't have it
Let's not let
happening.
it die down.
You know, so I support you.
This is not
and
okay.
So does Mad
Let
Max.
it
We
die down.
support you.
Thank you. I love you, Mad Max.
Better. Speaking of Mad Max, and we've put this up before, but we're gonna put it up again. We deserve better. Even Mad Max said
Yes.
it, not the puppy, but the actual human.
The
We
actual
all
Mad
deserve
Max.
better.
Not the puppy.
Right.
We do.
And that
we
was
do,
back
we
in
do.
November.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for being on. You
Are
know,
we
you're
gonna
welcome
go
to
out?
be a guest
Hearts and
on
kisses,
our show
everyone. Thank you so
anytime.
much.
And you know, Raider Nation, we go out one way
One way
and
And
only
only
one
one
way.
way.
For the room.
Or away.
Thank you, love.
Hold on, that's totally for the other show. My bad. Hold on,
Behind the scenes.
I was just kidding. You know, I just want to see y'all. We still there. We'll see you right after the outro.
It began in an autumn day, right here in the OAK, California dreaming in the Golden State, Alameda County right here by the bay.
Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. That's right. Representing super in the block, Mr. Manuel Flat Joe is here. With that show is Nanny Titty from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas to Mexico City. You know, represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Raider Nation. Raider Nation. For life. And I'm a spicy girl in the mother moon.
And it began on an autumn day, right here in the OAK, Alameda County right here by the bay, California dreaming in the Golden State. And you can find me in that east side, representing that east side. No matter what, we rep that silver.
And we have the star of the show himself.
Oh my goodness.
Say hi,
He's already been to Raider jail, and he's only 15 months old. That's my dude right there. I'm not mad at it.
Say go Raiders. Say go Raiders. Can you say go Raiders? Can you say hi?
Next time. Oh my God, it's adorable. I just want to eat him up.
Say bye. Say bye. Say bye.
Bye, Sebastian.
Like the
Right?
spotlight. It's so bright.
Bye, Bubba. Much
He's
love.
like, how
How
are
are
you?
you?
There it is. There it is.
Bye, everyone. Hey! What he
Bye,
said.
guys.
Have a good night.